Give me some sound over here.
You are a part of the Ace and TJ radio family.
Go.
This is launch control.
Let's synchronize, shall we?
Ace, TJ, Riggins, Alexis, Tech D Rob. From the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Yeah, trust me, Riggins, your mama needs that.
She's gonna love that.
I know what your mama needs.
I know what mama needs.
So what's today? Is it Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Today's the Thursday.
Yeah.
At the time of this recording, some people be like, it ain't Thursday. It's Saturday. Because that's when they're listening.
TJ taught me many years ago it is the Thursday for the ladies.
The ladies. The Thursday. Yeah.
Did you make that up or did you get that from somewhere?
I think I got that from somewhere.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that is profundities and things like that, I do make up, and then other people steal. Other people who are on bigger platforms and way more famous, and then when I say they got that from me, then everybody looks at me like I need to be in an institution, like I'm the homeless guy down on the street, yelling and screaming that I used to be the president.
That's what it looks like.
Yep. That'll do it.
There's a very, very famous national political commentator, and I really enjoy him, but he says so many things that I think he got from me, but I have no proof of it other than that sounds exactly what I've been saying for years. And he's a lot younger than I am, so he knows, he comes from a radio world. He knows who I am. Everybody does.
He is a lot younger than you, yet doesn't look it.
Yeah.
And I was shocked when I found out how old he actually was. Like, what?
Yeah, he's Rob's age. But on his podcast yesterday, he even said something about when they do stories on these people who are, celebrating their 100th birthday and all of that. What do they always say? They always say, I got the secret to my longevity is smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
I mean,
Busted.
yet here I am, sitting here trying to see if they got a 6 months interest-free financing on an Egg McMuffin.
I hear you.
Do we need to get Adam involved and send him a cease and desist
Oh, no.
along with a press release?
No, because part of me is what do you call it?
Flattered?
Flattered,
Yeah.
Yes.
See, and there's the difference between us. Profundity is something at which I have never excelled. I don't say a lot of things that are profound that could be stolen or used.
I think you're selling yourself a little short there. I think you can be profound from time to time.
Thank you, Rob.
Can you name an example?
No, I can't.
That's why I just wanted to leave it alone. Because
I knew somebody was going to
he
call
doesn't
me
have
out.
one. He does not have one. Let's see what's trending.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ show.
There's some serious stories to cover today, but the fun one is Patrick Mahomes being upset at this picture floating around the internet today. The NFL put out this video of the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback in the locker room after their win last weekend, and Patrick Mahomes got a dad bod. I mean, he's got a bit of a belly on him, and maybe it's just a bad angle. I don't know.
No, I wonder when that happened though. That he did get a dad bod kind of thing. Because in that documentary called Quarterback, I mean, it showed him working out. And he was just, I mean, the peak of fitness.
But there is an NFL school of thought that quarterbacks should never be ripped, that they should always have a little bit of a belly, because they should not be spending their time. They should not be that locked into their fitness. They should be focused. They should be fit, but focused on other things. And that it helps cushion the blow sometimes. They get less injured.
Yeah,
like there was an NFL
not so
quarterback.
tight. The muscles are not so tight.
There was an NFL quarterback, Brady Quinn, who was shredded, but he was always injured. And they were saying that's part of his problem, is that he's so ripped up that he's prone to injury playing that position.
He was handsome too, wasn't he?
Brady?
He's on the Fox college pregame show, and he is a very attractive man.
But you notice all of those desk shows for football games and all of that, they got too damn many people up there.
I agree.
Why they need an entire football team's worth of commentators up there?
They had,
especially that NBC. I mean, they're throwing it to people. Okay, now you're up in the rafters. Let's check in with them, see what you know. And then, and then we have a guy parachuting in. What do you see from up there? And then we have the drone operator. And then we got 12 people at the desk here. Mm-hmm. It looks like they need choir risers to put all of the commentators on.
The other night, they had the 2 announcers in the booth. They had 4 people on the field inside. They had 3 people outside the stadium. And then they had another 3 people back in the studio. Plus the guy they threw to as a bonus was the guy that did the injury and the updates. I was like, my God. I thought the same thing. Why are they paying all these people this much?
Yeah, and it's all terrible.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the one that Gronk's on, he's great. He's great.
Oh, bless. Bless him.
I'm reading through Elmo responses right now. Elmo's still
going.
Yeah,
still trending.
Still going.
3rd day in a row.
I know, it's ridiculous.
What are they up to? The first day was 80-something million.
Yeah. And then it went to 100 million impressions, and now it looks. I can't even find the original tweet. It looks like they took it down. Maybe I'm not sure.
If at this point, if everybody's not going there just to be funny or try to be funny, then it's sad. I mean, they've got to be going now just to kind of troll it and go, I'm going to get in on the fun of making jokes about Elmo.
There is an element of sadness to it. There was, I mean, if you look past that, it's a puppet asking people. The people were truthful in their responses to it, saying, hey, I'm really not doing well. And they kind of started to share their life experiences. And part of it was sad. I mean, people were being honest on the platform.
If you are an adult and you are personally addressing a puppet, then you need to go to the hospital and be examined. If there's not a kid around and you're saying, oh, Elmo, yes, how are you, Elmo? Or if you're by yourself as an adult and you speak to a puppet by name, like you're actually talking to the puppet, then you seriously need to go to the hospital.
Bold. I love it.
Man,
if you type, no, I'm not doing so great, Elmo, then that's it. That's the sign. Your family should come and intervene.
You agree, Ace?
Yeah, I agree.
these people didn't have to include Elmo in their drama. He's got a lot to deal with already.
Yeah. By the way, Rob, you need to change your camera. It's just a blank screen, so I'm just it's going to look really weird on the video.
All right, let me
sorry.
see if I can fix that.
What were you saying?
Yeah,
Ace?
change it by turning it on.
Yeah. I forgot.
Okay. Alec Baldwin has pled not guilty again after the manslaughter charges were filed against him for that Rust shooting, where he says he didn't pull the trigger, although they found that it was more than likely that he did. So he's been, charged with manslaughter again. He says he's not guilty. He's waived an arraignment. 65 years old.
I still do not understand. I don't know. It was a terrible, tragic accident.
Yeah.
But in no way was it intentional.
No.
He was told something about a prop.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how you can charge him with manslaughter for that. And
That's what I thought the difference was. Manslaughter is when you could accidentally hit and kill somebody with a car, and that's manslaughter. It's not murder.
I know, but still, I don't.
That's what manslaughter is, I think.
I guess somebody has to be charged with something. But if
I guess what they're saying is that he, as the person who was operating the gun, needed to take more precautions than just saying, I trust you that this gun is not loaded with a live round.
Maybe so.
I think that's what they're arguing. But how much work would it take behind the scenes and all to do a big head in Hollywood challenge? Because Alec Baldwin got a big head. Like, you can look at him and tell he's got a big head. Put him against John Mayer, against John Hamm. John Hamm's got a big head, too.
Yeah.
Looks like a big head.
Look at his head.
Now, these are all handsome men. Don't get me wrong. I would trade looks with them in a heartbeat. But Rob's a handsome man, but he got a big old head. Head big as these lights.
Now I see it on the camera.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's why his camera wasn't working a minute ago. The camera said, I'm tired.
It still ain't working.
Trying to keep this head in the frame.
But I put too much stress on it. You're right. It's not working.
Yeah.
And then Zuckerberg is trending. All the tech CEOs were in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee yesterday. And man, did they get just hammered in front of the entire world. I thought maybe a little too hard. I mean, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about it, but at one point, who was it? Josh Hawley.
Yeah, Josh Hawley is
told
bad.
Mark Zuckerberg was like, get up into the victims' families are here, and he was talking about how kids are not protected on the internet. That was sort of the theme of the hearing yesterday. Kids are not protected on the internet, and some of these platforms are allowing predators to get access to them in ways that weren't previously available. And then at one point, Josh Hawley, said the victims' families are here. Turn around and apologize to them. And Mark Zuckerberg looked shook. And he stood up and kind of like stumbled and turned around and faced the room. And they're just like hammering these guys. It was a wild scene yesterday.
It was awesome. I love it.
You like that?
Yeah. Yeah, the hell with him.
Part of it, to me, the other side of it is like how much, well, I don't want to get into it because there's not enough time for it. But also the top trending topic today is the beginning of Black History Month. So everyone is expressing how they learned about Black history in school and things like that. So those are a few things that are now trending.
There is something that happened years ago on this day that changed our world forever. And when I tell you what that is, you're immediately going to go, oh, yeah. It's one of those days you know exactly where you were when you got this piece of information. And it changed everything. That, and a guy who's a complete liar because he claims he doesn't know what he did wrong. And his wife says, I am flabbergasted that he doesn't know what he did wrong. Next, hang on.
Live on your radio and anytime you want on the Ace and TJ family app or wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
All guests of the Ace and TJ show stay at the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms, incredible dining options. Book your room by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt-centric Charlotte South Park. The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first-class cleaning with the Johnson Group. Attention Charlotte, treat yourself to a delicious meal that's made with fresh, seasonal ingredients and ready in just 20 minutes. Enjoy a fine dining experience without ever leaving your home. Head over to tableandtwine.com.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
It's more than regular funny. It's extra funny. The Extra Funny podcast is live every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern on the Ace and TJ family app and available anytime where you get podcasts. Now, more Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Where were you 20 years ago today? Now, you may not be able to go and know exactly where you were until I tell you what happened 20 years ago today, and immediately you're going to know. Because it was 20 years ago today, 2004, at the halftime of Super Bowl 38. Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson performed, and he exposed her bejeweled ball. And thus, the world was given the new phrase, wardrobe malfunction. Usually, these types of things they're very generational. The Kennedy assassination, the Challenger explosion, those types of things. It's a generational thing. But it doesn't matter. Everybody knows where they were when this happened because the entire world was watching this one thing at that moment. 120 million people were watching the Super Bowl at that time when that happened. And everything changed after that.
It also brought us the phrase, black folks pass.
Well, Justin Timberlake got a black
folks pass. Yeah, they got mad because he didn't get as much flack over it as Janet Jackson did. And so they said, and he should be out there taking responsibility. Some I don't remember who said it, but the big quote in the news was, "We've given him a black folks pass, and this is how he returns it."
Yep.
Meaning, he's white, and we've accepted him in, to our community, and then he's going to let Janet Jackson take all the heat for it.
Now, am I right that they said it was an accident? Obviously, wardrobe malfunction. But then, since they have admitted, no, they were aware. They knew it was going to happen.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if that's true or not.
It's obvious.
But let's not forget, the Super Bowl, the game itself, was one of the best Super Bowls ever. The New England Patriots beat the Carolina Panthers 32-29. Tom Brady was named the MVP. And if you ask a Carolina Panthers fan, as I did before the show, I said, Rob, that Super Bowl, what do you remember? His first 2 words were John Casey.
I think my first word was an expletive.
Yeah. The field goal kicker of the Carolina Panthers, who after taking the lead, kicked a field, or did tie the game, kicked the kickoff out of bounds, which allowed the Patriots to start at the 35 instead of the 20. And they went on to win the game with the field goal in the last seconds. But yeah, 20 years ago today is when the Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction took place and changed everything. I saw this on Reddit. I'm just fascinated with it. There's so many different subreddits that I find enjoyable. But one is called F My Life. And this lady said, "Today I caught my husband slapping my sister's butt. When I confronted him, he defended himself, saying he was just testing the, quote, quality of the material of her new leggings, end quotes. Apparently they are, quote, looking great. He still doesn't see what he did wrong." I don't think anybody believes that he doesn't know what he did wrong.
Is that rayon?
Yeah.
Or what are we working with?
Like, the fact that she put that in there is kind of one of those, he clearly knows what he did wrong. But the phrase got me thinking, like, what is it? Give us an example of something that your significant other has done that you're like, he still doesn't see what's wrong with that.
I try to kiss my sister-in-law on the mouth all the time.
It never works?
No.
Now,
But it's in front of everybody, and it's to aggravate her and make her act like she's disgusted by it, which we know that's a lie.
I mean, imagine that, though. She walks in, and he's slapping his sister-in-law on the butt. I was checking out the quality of the material of those leggings. He knows it's wrong. And as many people pointed out, you should probably investigate that further. If she didn't freak out and said, "Hey, don't do that. Don't slap me on the butt." What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I would do that to either one of my sisters-in-law.
I can
My
see,
brother's wife or my wife's sister.
I can see neither one of them thinking that was okay.
But they wouldn't be like, "Don't touch me." I mean, they would just probably, my brother's wife would probably try to chase me down and hit me back.
Yeah.
She's big, sturdy,
Right.
So
So
country girl, country strong.
let's try to just focus on the end of that. He still doesn't see what he did wrong. Now, I posted this on our Facebook page last night, and it got a huge response. But the problem was everybody's commenting on the original story. We don't need that. We got the story, and we know he's lying.
We solved that one.
Yeah. Let's get into, he doesn't know what he did wrong. What has he done that was quote unquote wrong? That maybe he just doesn't see what's wrong with. He doesn't understand what he's done.
What?
Why are you mad? What'd I do wrong?
What?
It's always going to be the guy screwing up, you think? And her wondering why he doesn't understand?
Yeah, in this scenario, because of the story that started, I was like,
all right,
let's keep it simple.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand what he did, because that's what the lady wrote. He still doesn't see what he did wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is, in this case, slapping your sister's butt to feel her leggings. Yeah, that's your sister-in-law. That's impossible not to know what you did wrong.
Yeah, if women did something like that, they would be masterful at turning it to make it a husband's fault if she did do that wrong.
Yeah. So
that's the difference.
At the Ace TJ show, and you can DM us to be anonymous. What has he done that he just doesn't seem to understand what he did wrong?
It's radio, it's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Winter is here, which means you're just going to stay inside and not do anything fun and exciting, right? No, that is wrong, because this year you're going to go to acetj.com/Gaston and see all of the incredible things that you can do right now in Gaston County. Everything is laid out for you, from things to do, to restaurants, to bars, to shopping, to unique weekend activities. And we'll get you ready for the spring and the summer with a list of all their great festivals. Find all of this and much more at acetj.com/Gaston. When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. You know, this one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right, cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies. Should you buy? Should you sell? How do I present my house if I do want to sell it? All of those questions can be answered by the experts, and they can take care of you with the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. The Temple team knows everything there is to know about selling, marketing, and buying houses. So get in touch with them today at acetj.com/Temple team. The Temple team at Keller Williams Realty.
Bradham Brothers offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. Their family business has served thousands of customers with honesty and a smile for over 50 years. Go to bradhambrothers.com to schedule service or a free estimate today. New year, new you. Kickstart your journey to a healthier lifestyle by joining the Gaston County Family YMCA today. Family-friendly fun, expert trainers, and a welcoming community await. Make 2024 your healthiest year yet. Visit GastonYMCA.org for more info.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show from the Calotren Studios. Lose weight the safe and effective way with Calotren. Go to acetj.com/weight loss to get details. Now, Ace and TJ. Ace and TJ.
He still doesn't know what he did wrong. Or does he? We had this story. I found this story on Reddit that I'm fascinated by the last line. She said, today I caught my husband slapping my sister's butt. When I confronted them, he defended himself, saying he was just testing the, quote, quality of the material of her new leggings, end quote. He still doesn't see what he did wrong. Well, that's not true. He knows what he did wrong in that scenario. But
you think he's still just messing with her? Hey, I was just...
No.
Or is he seriously going, hey, I was just testing her leggings.
But that last line, he still doesn't see what he did wrong. Who's in a similar situation where he genuinely doesn't know? I love this. We have 2 kids under 5. He wanted to go play golf with his friends the other day, and I said, great, but please be home by 4:30 because I have a few things to do, and I need you to watch the boys. He was home at 4:30, but he was a little drunk. Not falling down, but drunk so that I can't leave him with the boys. I had to take them with me, and I was furious. And he kept saying, I got home right on time. Yes, I know you got home right on time, but I guess I should have also said, be home on time and don't come home drunk.
Oh, you said the boys. I thought you said my boys.
Yeah.
That's out with my boys.
Didn't think I had to mention don't be drunk since he knew why I needed him home by 4:30.
That's good. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny.
But that's typical golf behavior.
Getting too drunk.
Yeah, these golf guys.
But he's like, hey, you said be home at 4:30. I'm home at 4:30. She said, well, you're a little bit too intoxicated for me to leave the kids with you right now.
Well, how old are they?
I got home. 2 boys under 5, she said.
Oh, come on. Don't make them boys soft.
And
That's a funny one.
Yeah, Madison said, I don't have a fenced-in yard, and he would send my dog out on a rope, unsupervised, for 10 to 15 minutes at a time in the morning. He never saw a problem with it or recognized that if my dog got off the rope, he'd be gone in a New York minute. Or worse, because we live on a busy road where people treat the speed limit as a suggestion.
I don't see anything wrong with that one.
Isn't that what the rope's for? Like,
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
dog?
that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a fencing yard. My ex would send the dog out on a rope, unsupervised, for 10 to 15 minutes at a time. So it's tied off, right?
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, you would assume.
Staked into the ground or something.
Unless he's like loose tying it up so the dog will run away.
That's what you would do. That's
You're not wrong. Oh my goodness, she broke free.
I forgot to secure the other end of the rope.
Yeah, if the dog is secured, I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah.
Well,
She mad now.
Big man.
what, that we didn't take her side?
She ain't gonna like that.
And I like this one. Nikki said, mine keeps putting underwear in the sock basket and has no clue what he's doing wrong. Then in all caps, it is a sock basket for a reason.
I don't understand what that means. What do you mean?
Some people, Rob, keep their clothes separate, like put socks in one place and underwear in another place and T-shirts in a third place, that kind of thing.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Not everybody lives the life of
What you talking
just,
about?
it's all in one basket. Let's see what
This
happens.
is a foreign concept.
How many baskets do you have in your room, Rob, that are of your clothes?
2. On one dog cage are my 2, and on another dog cage are Meredith's 2. And then I have a dirty clothes hamper. I do
Right.
have that.
They're sitting on top of the dog cages?
With clean clothes in them.
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, you talking about?
Your clothes are clean that are in those baskets.
Right. Sorry.
That's what you're living out of.
Yes, that is correct.
And not folded.
Sometimes it's a little difficult to find some socks, so I probably should invest the time to, sort it out.
But the clean clothes sit on top of dog cages.
That's correct.
Well, that way they don't have to bend down to get a shirt for the day.
Right.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
There is a guy who's a pretty big celebrity. He's been a celebrity in a couple of different ways. And he is being dragged ruthlessly on TikTok. And I'm not sure I understand why. But younger women are just humiliating this man. And you can judge for yourself. Coming up next.
Live in the morning and anytime you want it on the Ace and TJ family app. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
If you're so frustrated because you're having to run around all the time, you're so busy, you feel like you're not getting your family something great to eat, then you need Culver's. It's the perfect thing for you. Always made to order, fresh, hot ingredients all day, every day.
And not only do they have the freshest ingredients all day, every day, but they are a part of the community. They're proud to be a part of the Indian Trail community where they're under new ownership. Belmont, University area, Salisbury. Make them a part of your daily routine. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Get details at acetj.com/Culvers. It's a new year, which means new you. No, not if you've got nagging pain. That means we want old you before you had that pain. And it's possible without surgery, without medication, without downtime. Thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic. I am a Neogenics client. I am a Neogenics lover because they fixed my left wrist. And you can get a free consultation right now. Call 704-727-6551 or online at acetj.com/Neogenics, Neogenics. Great food, great drinks, great service, and great atmosphere. You can find them all at one place. Fahrenheit on South Caldwell in Uptown Charlotte, 21 stories above the city. Get details and make reservations at acetj.com/Fahrenheit.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
When you need furniture for your house, it can be overwhelming if you don't know what you're doing. That's why the great team of designers they have at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture can help you throughout the process. Whether you're looking for a comfortable mattress, probably the most comfortable you've ever been on, bedroom furniture, living room furniture. It is all fantastic at Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, and that family-owned and operated business can help you like no other. Go to acetj.com/mattress to check them out. acetj.com/mattress for Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
He was a musical superstar. Sold a few million albums with his band 98 Degrees. Then he married Jessica Simpson. And for a moment, they were the hottest couple in the world with their, what was the name of that show? Newlyweds. Yep. The name of the show, Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson. And everybody loved Nick Lachey in that show. How cool he was, how kind he was to her, how much he cared for her, the jokes that he made, so forth and so on. And then for years, he's done different hosting jobs now, and a little bit of acting, but a lot of hosting that you see him do. And he and his wife host one of these reality shows. It's on Netflix now, among other things. But yesterday, he popped up on TikTok in what I thought was one of the most innocent of ways. And then he began popping up every third TikTok as I scrolled through, because he is apparently the new ick for a younger generation of women. So, give you an example. What he did originally was post a TikTok of him and a guy playing acoustic guitar performing Without You by Halsey. And he said something to the effect of, I used to do a thing called Music Mondays on his social media. Do you think I should bring it back? Where we would do every Monday, he would post a different cover song. And here is just a little clip to give you an idea of his performance.
And I got you up your knees, put you right back on your feet, just so you could take advantage of me. Now tell me how's it feel sitting up there and feeling so high.
Okay, that's pretty solid. He's got a good voice. It's not bad. He's wearing a red t-shirt and jeans, sitting on a couch, and the posts are things like, here's one that I saved. POV. He invited you over for a drink and to quote unquote jam. And it's stitched with a girl, or duetted with a girl who's sitting there watching, and she's holding a solo cup in her hand. And she's like, oh yeah, okay. And others were, they would duet with him, and then as soon as he finished singing, this girl would be like, one of them goes, oh, okay, I'll be right back. And then you hear the door close. She runs out of the house, that kind of thing. And the comments are all from young women just roasting him. Like one guy put, I don't really understand the hate for this. Guess it's one of those where people are just following the trend. And then every comment after that is, I'm waiting on him to pop a blood vessel. It's not necessarily his voice, it's how stupid he looks while he's singing. I don't think he sounds particularly bad. He's just painful. What? Oh, there's always one of these at a party. And they're just going on and on and ripping him. And I was like, that's terrible. Oh, LOL. He looks like he's in pain. Gives me high school quarterback vibes. These are all comments from women.
Yeah. Because they've been raised and taught to hate men.
Yeah.
First reaction to a man is to hate him. So they'll be alone for the rest of their lives and lashing out at people on social media as old, dusty women. They'll find no happiness in life.
Like one girl put, if you actually close your eyes, it's kind of nice.
It's not bad.
Yeah, they act like he's just this troll-looking guy. He's a good-looking guy still.
Yeah.
What did Nick do to you?
Yeah.
Come on.
He looks like the old guy that shows up to pick up his kids at a party and decides to sing. He's just
terrible.
They're just, he's being shredded. Oh, the karaoke vibes.
But
this better be a promo for his new show, Deaf Date.
But young people though have always just looked for ways just to try to be funny and go after somebody in immature ways, like it's just different when you're old.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you see it happening.
I don't know what the algorithm feeds you, but if you open it up, you're going to get at least I do. If I open it up, somebody's making fun of Nick Lachey singing today. I'm sad.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, it was a tough day for social media apps just like TikTok and the rest of them. I'll tell you why coming up in Now Trending.
Share Funny is now a little extra. The Extra Funny podcast coming up at 9 a.m. live on the Ace and TJ Family app and anytime wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.